Ruhr Institute of Technology, RIT. Just say G. Schmidt, right? Yeah, G. Schmidt. The name's G. Schmidt. I serve as this institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of that Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think that's a very... Oh, I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be the one of the student who helped me get you that minor metal earlier in the year. And one of the students put out that request without any input from me. You should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Sheesh, some things never change. But that aside, is it true? Were you the one responsible for developing the Pincer Sodots? It is. Duke Kyan made the request, and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot ordained and the society's archaism as a reference point, and then designed a frame that could be mass-produced even with Rainforest Company technological capability. Afterwards, I drew up plans for several models and oversaw the completion of the Draken prototype a few months ago. Why do you ask? Do you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Reem. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses himself in it, until he's done, and to hell with the consequences. The railway gun, guerrilla fortress, and the orbital wave jamming device in Nor were both designed by him too. Unbelievable. Blah. An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sight of an engineer. Oh my goodness, those two words. We just design things. It's up to their user to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? It was because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Yeah, I totally get it, unfortunately. Alright, what made you come visit the professor to begin with? Of course, that was what I called you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
Thor told me about what you're after. He says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really? You make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of yourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. The million ore. Ring any bells for you, Reen? No, I'm afraid it doesn't. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Cimmeria. It's an astonishingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the Sodot, The frames of the Divine Knights are made of that very ore. Your Ashen Knight included. I had no idea. The double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too. Which I'm sure you figured out. Means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zeranium ore too. By stuttering. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. Yet, it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the material, and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing the Sudots. But I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me feel ill. Bear in mind, submitting ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough of it to get the job done. So, you should pull it off. I'll design the finest touchy you'll ever lay eyes on. On my name as engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This would be great help to us. Whether or not we're going to find all the Zeranium ores we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. The advice we received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source, but he could not have asked for better. After politely excusing themselves, Rin and George left the Institute to reunite with the rest of the crew. And once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the Courageous and departed from Roar. Both 23 touring Aerobonia 3. Almost all of the old crew is gone. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. Ha! Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. I could get used of this. Wow, I can't believe how quickly you got in the hang of it, Anji. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit here between the two of us. This job's all yours now. Hey, why thank you. I hereby accept the position of Chief Helmsman and Courageous Second in Command. She really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along. The good news is that we were able to liberate Roar. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marquis Ragnar and his professional army withdrawal on the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. For one thing, it should make things easier. Lieutenant General Vander in the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before now was all of Nortia Professional Army after all. But the Alliance overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in the east though. They're still coming on top in the west. Right, Prince Oliver said as much too. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bradis are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother Eustace. He's a brilliant leader, and it shows. I see. But as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front right now. That's what we were entrusted with, in reading over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? That's putting it into perspective, yes. We got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count. Trying to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on the situation with Valamar's weaponry? I pressed that way too fast. Alright, how could we forget? Professor Schmidt agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, Lisa. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, he's only going to help if we can, or if we happen to find uranium ore to make the weapon. How we're going to get stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said that Valdemar himself made up that ore, did you not? You wouldn't happen to have any idea, would you, Emma? She goes, oh, not really. I'm afraid the Hexen clan knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knight. Some legends passed down through the clans as they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. That's an interesting name. I know the terms from old stories much like anyone else. I had no idea a brand of artisans by the name existed. They once were closely with the clan's ancestors. Somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't tell you exactly why. I'm curious. Oh, artisan. Oh man. I trying to remember how to pronounce it correctly. Maybe so. None of that is gonna help us find any ore. Chance of finding enough are pretty slim to begin with. I know where you can get enough. Damn girl, I couldn't even see that. But only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to attain it. You do? Really? Why do I have to gain by line? You're aware of those strange rumors scattered all over the country, right? If you did not do 4 of these, you only see 1. Oh yeah. Where the higher elements were active. Those are the ores. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of Symphian veins long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive uranium ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So, if there's any place in everybody to start looking for a vast amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. Why did you tell us this before now? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? It wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why I'm bringing it up? No need to bite our heads off. Hey, she told us now, right? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines and we'll be rolling in ores. Let's hope so. We got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine been our best leads yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't going to scare us away, right? What? The discussion coming to an end, or destination had been decided. Before departing, however, Class 7 thought it'd be best to check if there were any new requests from Prince Oliver. And their timing turns out to be quite apt. as he had very recently sent several their way. Gone here. The sweetest of challenge. Presents for Bustin. That's a fight. This one. You're gonna do this one first. This is not mandatory, but is mandatory. I'll show you in a few minutes. Gone here. There's a hijack in the engage rage. So this one's mandatory technically. So we're about to go and do it. This one's from Kellen. I'm happy to see that Hilby's with him too. Not so happy about the airliner going missing though. Doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore, dangerous as it sounds. Look at this one. Phantom Thief Bay. What's this about reading a letter? As if we have the time to be concerning ourselves with this pathetic antics. I know what you mean. Really. But ignoring it might be even worse. Yep, we got our work cut out for us. Hey, Reem. I want to help look out for everyone. Let me come with you, okay? She's mandatory now. Of course, V. You're always welcome. I think Celine and I should come with you when you're exploring the shrines too. I was about to say the same thing. And make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials were difficult. Ain't that difficult. Just very long if you haven't done some parts of it. Pick your team. Well, let me do that. I have to use a leaf a little bit.